It's midnight. You're not even looking for anything. You're just scrolling. And somewhere between someone's holiday photos and someone else's new job announcement, something in your chest quietly sinks. You don't even know why. Nothing bad happened today. Nobody said anything unkind to you. You just looked at other people's lives for 20 minutes, and now you feel smaller than you did before you picked up your phone. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are running a program that is older than language, and it was never built for the world you're using it in. In 1954, a psychologist named Leon Festinger noticed something strange about human beings. We don't actually know how good we are at anything in isolation. Not really. You don't know if you're successful. You don't know if you're attractive. You don't know if your life is going well. You only know these things by looking sideways, by checking where you stand next to someone else. Festinger called this social comparison theory, and the core idea is almost embarrassingly simple. Humans evaluate themselves by comparing themselves to others because there's often no other way to know where you stand. It's not vanity. It's not insecurity. It's a basic tool your brain uses to answer one question: am I okay? For most of human history, this tool worked fine. Because for most of human history, you only ever compared yourself to the people physically around you, 20 or 30 people, your tribe. And within that small group, you'd occasionally meet someone stronger or faster or better at something. But you'd also see them tired, struggling, having a bad day, failing at something else. The comparison was balanced because you saw the whole person. Now think about what happens when you open your phone. You are no longer comparing yourself to 30 people. You are comparing yourself to a curated highlight reel of millions. And it isn't even a fair fight because nobody is posting their bad days. Nobody is posting the argument they had this morning, or the bill they can't pay, or the mirror they avoided looking at. You are comparing your entire life, bad days included, to other people's greatest hits. Psychologists call this upward social comparison, and researchers have measured exactly what it does to you. In a 2024 study, people's self-esteem and body esteem were measured before and after viewing Instagram images. When they viewed images that triggered upward comparison, meaning images of people who appeared better off, their scores dropped measurably. Not because anything happened to them, because they looked at someone else's version of doing well. But here's the detail that should really unsettle you. In the same research, staying neutral, not comparing at all, didn't make people feel better either. The comparison mechanism itself is always running in the background. You don't get to switch it off. You can only choose what you feed it. And what most of us feed it, constantly, without even choosing to, is upward comparison. Because that's what the feed is designed to show you. Not your tribe, not the full picture, the highlight reel. Here's the part that makes this genuinely strange, though. The person you're comparing yourself to isn't even comparing themselves favorably either. Research on self-presentation shows that most people online are performing an idealized version of themselves, carefully managing what gets shown and what gets hidden. Which means when you feel small next to someone's photo, you're not actually losing to them. You're losing to their own anxiety about how they're perceived. You're comparing your real, complicated, ordinary life to someone else's attempt to hide theirs. Nobody wins that comparison. It was never a fair fight to begin with. So why does it still hurt, even when you understand all of this? Because knowing a mechanism exists doesn't turn it off. That's the uncomfortable truth about being human. You can understand exactly why the alarm is going off, and it still rings. Your ancient comparison tool doesn't know the difference between a real neighbor and a stranger's curated post from a different country. It just sees someone who appears to be doing better, and it quietly asks its one question: am I okay? There's a small but important detail buried in the research that's worth holding on to. The same study that found upward comparison hurt self-esteem also found that downward comparison, seeing someone who's struggling more visibly than you, actually raised people's scores. Which tells you something honest about this whole system. It was never built to find truth. It was only ever built to help you locate yourself somewhere on a scale. The scale itself is the problem, not you. So the next time you put your phone down and feel that quiet sinking feeling, try remembering what you actually just did. You didn't fail at anything today. You spent 20 minutes comparing your entire life to a highlight reel curated by people managing their own quiet anxieties, using a mental tool built for a tribe of 30, not a species of 8 billion. You're not falling behind. You're just running very old software on a world it was never designed to handle. It's midnight. You put your phone down, and for the first time tonight, you know exactly why you felt that way. That, on its own, is the beginning of it loosening its grip.